So you think you want to move to or invest in short-term rentals in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I'm so glad you found this video because today we're diving into the most searched questions I get asked all the time. How much does it really cost to live in Gatlinburg, Tennessee? Not going to give you the tourist version, not the vacation rental fantasy. I'm talking about the real day-to-day cost of living in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We're going to talk housing, groceries, utilities, taxes, healthcare, all of it. My name is Heidi Hines. I'm a local realtor here in East Tennessee, and I recently moved from Charlotte, North Carolina. So I actually live here. I'm not just guessing at these numbers, I'm living them. And by the end of this video, you're going to have a complete picture of whether moving to Gatlinburg, Tennessee makes financial sense for you. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss a video about living, working, relocating, playing, and everything real estate in East Tennessee. Okay, let's get into it. Make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to break down something most people do not factor in when they think about the cost of living in the Smoky Mountains. And it could either save you thousands or be a deal breaker. You don't want to miss it. Before we get into the numbers, let's talk about why people are even moving to Gatlinburg, Tennessee in the first place. Because it's not random. East Tennessee has seen a massive influx of people relocating from high-cost states like Florida, California, New York, Ohio, and yes, even North Carolina. And the reasons are pretty consistent across the board. Number one, Tennessee has no state income tax, zero, zip. If you're coming from a state that charges 5, 6, 7% income tax on every paycheck, that alone can be a significant annual savings depending on your income. Number two, the cost of living in East Tennessee is significantly lower than most major metro areas, while still offering incredible natural beauty, outdoor recreation, and a tight-knit community feel. And number three, Gatlinburg and the surrounding Sevier County area offer something really unique, the opportunity to potentially generate income through short-term rentals while living in one of the most visited tourist destinations in the entire United States. Over 14 million people visit the Great Smoky Mountains National Park every single year. Okay, let's talk housing because this is where the conversation around cost of living in Gatlinburg, Tennessee gets really interesting. The Gatlinburg, Tennessee real estate market is unique compared to most small towns its size. Why? Because you have three distinct buyer pools: full-time residents like me, part-time residents, and second homeowners and investors buying short-term rental properties. That competition does push prices up. So let me give you realistic numbers. As of 2025, the median home price in Gatlinburg, Tennessee was roughly in the $400 to $500 range. And that number skews higher because of luxury cabin inventory. However, if you expand your search into surrounding areas like Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Cosby, Dandridge, you can absolutely find move-in ready homes in the $250 to $350 range. In Cosby, Tennessee, which is where I live, prices are much more affordable because you're just far enough away from the tourist quarter to avoid the premium while still being minutes from everything the Smokies have to offer. Now, if you're financing with current interest rates, a $300,000 home purchase with 10% down would run you roughly $1,800 to $2,100 per month, including principal, interest, and taxes and insurance. On a $400,000 home, you're looking at closer to $2,400 to $2,700 per month. Here's the challenging reality about renting in Gatlinburg. The long-term rental market is tight because so many properties are used as short-term rental vacations. Traditional long-term rentals are limited. When you do find them, expect to pay about $1,200 to $1,600 per month for a basic 1 or 2 bedroom. A 3-bedroom house for long-term rent in Gatlinburg area typically runs $1,800 to $2,500 a month. The better strategy if you're relocating to East Tennessee is to look at Sevierville or Newport for more rental inventory at lower prices, typically $1,000 to $1,400 for a 2-bedroom, and then buy once you found your footing in the area. Now let's talk utilities because this surprises a lot of people who are considering moving to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Gatlinburg and most of Sevier County are served by the Tennessee Valley Authority through local co-ops. The good news is that electric rates in Tennessee are below the national average. Woohoo! But expect to pay $100 to $180 a month for a standard home in moderate weather months. In July and August or January and February, you can spike to $200 to $300 if you have a larger home or poor insulation, which is something to watch for in older mountain cabins. Water and sewer typically runs $50 to $80 a month. Internet, you have options including Comcast and local providers, typically $60 to $100 a month for decent speed. Now here's something I want you to pay close attention to if you're moving to the Gatlinburg, Tennessee area. Homeowners insurance. Due to the wildfire risk in the Smoky Mountains, and we all remember the devastating fires of 2016, homeowners insurance in this area can be much higher than what you may be used to. Expect to budget $150 to $300 per month, depending on your home's value, location, construction type. Some areas closest to the national park or in heavily wooded hollows may be harder to insure or carry higher premiums. This is something I always walk my buyers through before they purchase. Now let's talk food. This is where living in a tourist town gets a little interesting. If you're shopping for groceries in Gatlinburg itself, you're going to pay tourist town prices. The Walmart in Sevierville is a great place to buy for normal grocery prices. For a family of four, budget approximately $600 to $900 per month for groceries, which is actually on par with or slightly below the national average. But eating out is where the split really shows up. If you are dining on the Gatlinburg Strip as a tourist, expect to pay tourist prices. But the locals know where to eat. There are fantastic local restaurants in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, and surrounding communities where you can enjoy a great sit-down meal for two for about $30 to $50. There are also incredible local spots like mom and pop diners and family restaurants where you can eat for under $15 a person. I would budget for dining out as a resident $300 to $500 per month for a couple, and honestly, you can do it for less if you're intentional about it. One bonus that locals love, the farmer markets and roadside produce stands in East Tennessee are phenomenal. Fresh local produce, jams, honey, crafts at prices that are way below grocery store rates. This is one of the hidden quality of life perks of living in Gatlinburg, Tennessee that you don't just factor in until you're here. Okay, transportation. I'm going to be straightforward with you here. Gatlinburg, Tennessee is not a public transportation town. If you're moving here, you need a car, period. Gas prices in Tennessee are generally below the national average, usually running 20 to 40 cents below the U.S. average. Budget roughly $150 to $250 per month for gas, depending on how far you commute and how often you drive. Car insurance in Tennessee tends to be moderate. Expect $100 to $180 per month for a standard policy on one vehicle. State minimum requirements are relatively low here. Now, commuting. If you work in Gatlinburg in the tourism industry, your commute is simple. But if you commute to Knoxville for work, which many residents do, that's roughly 45 minutes to an hour each way under normal conditions. During peak tourist season, spring, fall, and major holidays, traffic on US 441 through the national park can add significant time to your drive. This is a real lifestyle consideration when thinking about the full cost of living in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Healthcare is a big one for folks considering moving to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, especially retirees. The good news, LeConte Medical Center is right in Sevierville, just about 15 minutes from Gatlinburg. But for more specialized care or major procedures, UT Medical Center and Tenova Healthcare in Knoxville are about 45 minutes away and are excellent facilities. In terms of cost, Tennessee falls in the middle of the pack nationally for healthcare costs. Health insurance for an individual ranges widely based on age and coverage level, roughly $350 to $600 a month for a marketplace plan if you're not employer covered. So for a family budget, I'd say $1,000 to $1,500 per month. For retirees on Medicare, Tennessee is one of the more Medicare-friendly states with solid Medicare Advantage plan options and relatively low supplemental insurance premiums compared to coastal states. This is one of the reasons we see a lot of retirees relocating to East Tennessee. Okay, everyone's favorite subject. Let's talk taxes. But this is where Tennessee really shines. Tennessee has zero state income tax. I will say it again, zero. There is no tax on your wages, your salary, your Social Security income. If you are coming from a state like North Carolina, California, New York, or Illinois, this is a massive immediate win. Property taxes in Sevier County are among the lowest in the state. The effective property tax rate in Sevier County runs approximately 0.4 to 0.6% of your assessed value. Compare that to many counties in other states where property taxes alone can run $5,000 to $10,000 per year on a similar home. The savings are significant. While the exact property tax rate you will pay is set by the tax assessor on a property-by-property basis, you can use the Sevier County Property Tax Estimator tool to estimate your yearly property tax. It's on the county website. Now, the trade-off. Tennessee makes up some of that revenue with sales tax. The combined state and local sales tax rate in Sevier County is approximately 9.75%, which is on the higher end nationally. So while you're saving on income and property taxes, you'll notice the sales tax at the register, so budget accordingly. So what's the overall tax burden for most people moving to Gatlinburg, Tennessee? Significantly lower than the national average, especially for retirees and remote workers. Okay, let's talk about the fun stuff, because honestly, this is one of the biggest reasons people move to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. The lifestyle here is genuinely unlike anywhere else. Let's start with the best part. The Great Smoky Mountains National Park is literally free. No entrance fee, ever. That means world-class hiking, wildlife watching, scenic drives, and waterfalls are available to you every single day at zero cost. This is an enormous quality of life benefit that does not show up on any cost of living calculator. Then there's Dollywood. One of the top-rated theme parks in the country is right in your backyard. Annual passes for residents are very reasonable, and locals get special pricing. Whitewater rafting on the Pigeon River, zip lining, horseback riding, gem mining. There is literally always something to do. For an entertainment budget purposes as a full-time resident, you're not spending money like a tourist. You have access to free outdoor recreation constantly. I'd budget $200 to $400 per month for entertainment and activities for a couple, and that gives you a really rich lifestyle. One thing to note though, Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge are dry cities historically, though that has changed in recent years and there are now distilleries and wineries operating, especially Old Smoky Distillery. Sevier County has loosened its restrictions significantly. I get this question all the time from people who are cross-shopping relocation destinations. How does the cost of living in Gatlinburg, Tennessee compare to other places? Let me give you a quick breakdown. Compared to Nashville, Gatlinburg is significantly more affordable. Nashville's housing market has exploded with median home prices well over $450,000 to $500,000 in most neighborhoods. And the lifestyle is much more urban and fast-paced. Gatlinburg gives you a slower mountain lifestyle at a lower cost. Compared to Knoxville, they're actually fairly competitive. Knoxville offers more urban amenities, more job market options, and slightly more rental inventory. But Gatlinburg offers the mountain lifestyle and tourism income potential. Many people end up in Sevierville or the Wares Valley corridor because it gives them proximity to both. Compared to Charlotte, North Carolina, where I spent most of my career, Gatlinburg is notably more affordable across housing, property taxes, state income taxes. Charlotte has a strong job market and more big city infrastructure, but the cost of living, traffic, and taxes, woo! Compared to Florida, specifically the Tampa, Orlando, Miami markets, East Tennessee wins on affordability significantly, especially now that Florida property insurance has become so expensive. We hear from a lot of Floridians who are making this move. The Gatlinburg, Tennessee housing market remains competitive due to ongoing demand from both investors and residents. Inventory is limited, which keeps prices falling significantly even as interest rates have moderated from their peaks. What we are seeing is a normalization of the short-term rental market. During COVID, the short-term rental investors poured into this market and the values skyrocketed. Today, there's more inventory of short-term rental properties, which creates opportunities for buyers who want to purchase a property that can generate income while they're not using it or potentially cover a significant portion of their mortgage. For traditional buyers, purchasing a primary residence, The sweet spots right now are in Sevierville, the Wares Valley community, and out towards Cosby and Newport, where you get genuine value without paying the Gatlinburg Strip premium. If you would like a personalized home search based on your budget and your lifestyle needs in East Tennessee, reach out to me directly. The link is in the description below, and I'd love to help you navigate this market. All right, let me bring it all together. Here's your honest, no-spin summary of the cost of living in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. The wins: no state income tax, so that gives you an immediate annual savings. The property taxes are extremely low. The cost of living is well below major metro areas. You've got free access to the most visited national park in America. Quality of life is incredible with lots of outdoor recreation, short-term rental income potential, strong sense of community. Tennessee is really one of the most tax-friendly states in the nation. But some of the challenges can be the long-term rental inventory is tight. Buying is often easier than renting. Homeowners insurance can be high due to wildfire risk, so budget carefully. You will need a car, there is no public transit, sales taxes on the higher end. Tourism traffic can impact your daily commute during peak seasons. Healthcare specialists require a drive to Knoxville for complex needs. But here's the bottom line. For the right person, someone who values natural beauty, a lower tax burden, a strong community, and a slower pace of life, the cost of living in Gatlinburg, Tennessee is genuinely an incredible value. And I say that as someone who made the move myself. So if you're thinking about moving to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, where are you moving from, and what is your biggest question about the cost of living here? If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who are doing exactly what you're doing right now, researching their next chapter. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and the bell. I post new videos every week about living in Gatlinburg, East Tennessee, real estate, neighborhood guides, and everything you need to know about making this move. If you want to talk about buying a home in the Gatlinburg, Tennessee area, I'm a local realtor in Tennessee, and I would love to be your guide. The best way to reach me is through the link in the description. Thanks for watching. I'm Heidi Hines, and I hope to see you in the Smokies.